What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. The Fed raises rates 75 basis points. So will stocks crash, or are we looking at a huge rally? I'll answer that question and more, so do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and go find us over at trysmallbiz.com, where you can advertise your company for free, or for just $1 a day, you can grab one of 89 remaining premium memberships. And this lumberjack right here will promote you all over the internet multiple times a year. That's trysmallbiz.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, should I be dropping likes here at 3:05 in the afternoon just outside of Atlanta, Georgia? If you follow me on Twitter at trysmallbiz, and you should, you would know that I've been saying the market's overbought for the past week. And I said we're ripe for a 2 to 3% sell-off. So when the Dow was up over 400 points not less than 15 minutes ago, I put out multiple tweets and I said, wait a second. We might lose this rally. We need to pause. We need to pull back before the election if we're going to have a huge rally to follow the red wave that looks like it's going to happen. So do yourself a favor. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer backed by popular demand, bottle of champagne and whiskey on a big rock. Here we go. I don't have the styrofoam today. I had people in the comments last night. Don't get rid of the whiskey on a big rock, ice cold beer, bottle of champagne, glass of wine. So here's to you. Happy hump day. Oh, all right. We're going to stay out of the politics and the fiasco happening out in San Francisco, at least for this video. And by the way, 500 big ones given away tomorrow's video. 500 video. I'm thinking NVIDIA. I'm looking at NVIDIA. Who said buy that stock at 109? Literally the bottom when Jim Cramer, who's never fucking right, who has an inverse ETF out on his head. I said buy NVDA at 109 and change. Go look at my Twitter wall. At trysmallbiz, I retweeted it yesterday. The damn thing before the sell-off was 140 and change. This guy right here is up 15x since March. I know what I'm talking about. The clowns on CNBC don't. So pay attention. The market, as I've been saying, especially the Dow, big cap stocks, way overbought. From a simple to understand point of view, momentum indicators, stochastics, MACD, RSI, are way overbought. They're over 80. 80 is overbought. Under 20 is oversold. Short term, the daily charts on everything, especially the Dow, way overbought. The weekly and the monthly charts are only halfway up the turn. So, and I've been right, dead fucking right, in fact, for the last, 8, 9, 10 months, my opinion. We're going to digest what I think is a very well-written statement by the Fed. I just saw half the press conference. He's doing a fairly good nonpartisan job. I think there's going to be major attacks against him by Pocahontas, Crooked Hillary, and others that he's going way too far. He's destroying the economy and ruining the Democrat chances, as if he needed to even do that before the election. So what I think is going to happen in this overbought market that we're now in is stocks are going to cool off. We may go down significantly tomorrow. 4, 5, 600 points. It's possible. We may go sideways, but there is a downtrend line on the Dow around 33,000. I just don't see it having enough juice to bust through it, knowing that it's up over 4,300 points since I called the low about a month ago. So expect a pullback, sideways, meandering until we get to Tuesday. And based on, holy shit, the numbers that I saw from the nonpartisan, Real Clear Politics, there's been a 24% gain among suburban women for the Republicans who wear red. I have never seen that. In fact, I think the guy who was tweeting about it said it hasn't happened in over 50 years. The Democrats have lost 24 points in right track, wrong track among suburban women, which they absolutely need in order to win an election, whether it's now in 24, in the last few weeks. If that's anywhere close to true, my estimation of 52 seats for the GOP in the House, way underestimated. Probably going to be 54, but I'm starting to think that Newt's outrageous prediction of 57 seats might actually happen because nothing, including what you're watching right now on the screen with some of this red, is going right for the Democrats. So what do? If you're following me on Twitter, at Try Small Biz, I'll go through them one at a time. ARC, 37.70. We own it around here or down a buck. We hold. If it gets down below 36, 35, which I don't expect, we buy more if you've got cash, but most of you are all in like myself. DraftKings, before the sell-off about 20 minutes ago, we were up nearly 30% in DKNG and 30% in SHOP. I was saying buy SHOP a couple weeks ago at 24. It's 34.5. It's been as high as 36. I was saying buy DraftKings as low as 12.5. It hit 17.5 last night. And believe me, was I tempted to sell it last night? I was like, yeah. But the prior run, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, it got into the mid-19s. So I'm holding it. You could have wrote something called covered calls to capture the sideways move that we're probably going to have over the next 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm comfortable seeing DKNG come back into the mid-15s because we own it in the 13s. I do not think either one of those two stocks is going back to where they were just a few weeks ago. This is my favorite tiny, small cap penny stock, call it what you will, Hellbiz, HLBZ. They announced a merger with Wheels. Their revenue is going to double in the next 12 months because of it. It's a $10 SPAC that traded north of 25 less than a year ago. It's all the way down to a quarter where the insider was buying stock again, and he bought stock. You've seen me teasing him on Twitter at 3.5, 2.5, 2. He bought 500,000 shares at a quarter 2 weeks ago. That's chump change. So I was telling him today at 26 cents and change where I've been telling you to buy it. Why don't you buy 10 million shares right now? Whether it's your money, you claim to have it, or the company's money, which you've got north of, I think, $45 million left. Spend $3 million bucks or thereabouts. Even if you drive the stock on an order up to 35, 38 cents and change tops, especially in this market. Are you listening to me, Salvatore? Even if you bought the stock as high as 35 to 38, you are trading at less than half of projected revenue in the next 12 months. This stock in a regular market, beyond the red wave, should be 50 cents to a buck minimum. And last but not least, you got to get that fucking stock north of $1 by the spring of next year, even if you get an extension. Or we're looking at a reverse split, and you are on public record of saying 2 weeks ago that you do not think that's going to be necessary. So, Salvatore, my followers at 26 cents and change, slow down, Jason. HLBZ, buy some. Waiter Holdings, surprisingly, it's tied to Uber. Uber had huge earnings surprise to the upside a couple days ago. It's holding its own. It's actually up today and not budging at all. We own it at 15 cents. Some of you bought some as high as 13.75. It's 15.5. WTRH at 15 cents or under, I'd buy it. Drug, it's quiet. We own it between 95 and 97 cents. It's currently 93. The volume is way, way, way down. I'm talking 90% off of normal. But if you can buy some drug, DRUG, Bright Minds is the name of the company, at say 95 cents or less, go ahead and pick some up. Be big. We knew it was going to happen. We knew Be Big was going to run to $1.04 like it did and fail. This fucking thing's been dangling carrots for over a year. It ran to $12 a share on the hype during the pandemic, and it's been down, 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 down ever since. However, if you've been following me on Twitter at Try Small Biz, I've made a bloody fortune trading this stock. I told people, in fact, to sell it the last time I got a huge amount at $3.60 to be exact. So down here, and it started cooking yesterday. Now that there's talk among the FCC commissioner that they want to get rid of TikTok or ban it in the United States or drastically reduce its ability to perform its operations. You basically have Facebook, Snap, Twitter has gone private, but Elon announced he's going to bring Vine back. That's going to be a huge success. And by the way, for those of you that think that Elon is making a mistake because he fired the entire board and he's now basically the head honcho and he's going to charge $8 to get people like us power back to the people, a blue check for $8 a month. And now he's going to launch Vine. If they ever get rid of TikTok in the United States, Vine and Be Big, which is yet to launch here in the US, they're big abroad, especially in India, could be huge short form video players. So yes, BBIG, 91 cents right now. That's the buy zone. Get some if you don't already have it. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, before I let you go, have you seen, is he going to talk about the Pelosi thing? No, I'm not going to talk about hammer, no hammer, cameras, no cameras, cameras on 24/7. We missed it. I'm not going to get into the 17 stories that have changed on the white collar criminal Paul Pelosi case. But have you seen guys like Stephen King, the horror flick writer, and the meathead from All in the Family, Rob Reiner? They say they're not going to pay $8 a month. You talk about looking down your nose at average folks like you and me. They refuse to pay $8 a month to verify that they're actually Rob Reiner. This whole thing is an amazing awakening of the human condition. We are seeing that the curtain's being pulled back and the emperor has no clothes. The illusion that we've all been under, regardless of party, is totally fabricated. It's false. Everything is wag the dog. It's all theater. It's a big fucking show. It's designed to tear us apart, to get us into a downward mental spiral. That's why so much of that doom and gloom on YouTube keeps going viral, when in reality, we're very much the same. I'd love to hear in the comments if you stuck with me, and don't forget, $500 cash giveaway tomorrow. Is there anybody watching me right now that doesn't want their kids to be educated, fed, clothed, tucked in bed at night safely? Is there anybody watching who doesn't want a small business or a side hustle that you enjoy or, God forbid, love to do? And is there anybody watching me right now that doesn't want to grow old with your health intact and have a few bucks in the bank? And I'm going to make sure that happens, so you could go roll around on the beach with the grandkids before it's time to check out of here. We all want the same things. Every single one of us, black, brown, white, gay, straight, Islam, Muslim, Palestinian, Jew, and any other sect, Asian, Hispanic. I mean, I could keep going. Pocahontas and the Indians. I could keep going. Oh, I just offended somebody there. So until next time, always remember that we are one love. And do yourself a favor. Get a premium membership at trysmallbiz.com.